Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Nah, I'm kidding. Good morning, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101. And today we'll just have our stock talk. We'll talk about a couple of different stocks. But most importantly, I want to talk about investing psychology, because I think that's very, very important that we understand in this day and this age about how we go about investing and the psychology behind it. Now, first and foremost, before I really get into the dynamics of psychology when it comes into investing, I want you guys to understand that this is all learned behavior that you guys feel when it comes about investing. You feel anxiety. You feel as though that you should move. You feel as though that you should do something. But let me tell you that your feelings and your emotions are absolutely false. So first and foremost, okay, psychology. Psychology is the study of the mind and behavior. It's the study of the mind and behavior, according to the American Psychological Association. It is the study of the mind, how it works, and how it affects behavior. A psychologist treats a patient through psychotherapy, helping to relieve symptoms through behavioral change. Why is this important? This is important because Wall Street has a lot of psychologists, not therapists, psychologists, because they're studying how people go about buying shares and buying stocks and investing in options and Forex and index and ETFs and mutual funds, gold, platinum, palladium, and silver. All of these things, they have psychologists to essentially understand your behavior, right? And this is why you get certain news. This is why you get certain information from different bias groups in order for you to what? Sell and buy certain stocks. Takes, for instance, Wall Street bets. They made AMC and GameStop very popular. Some of you made some money. Some of you lost some money. As Warren Buffett would say, the transfer of wealth. Listen, the transfer of wealth is from the impatient to the patient. I mean, a lot of you guys are watching the market each and every day, and you're selling and buying like you're a day trader, but you know you're not a day trader. Now, most day traders have over $25,000 in their investing brokerage accounts in order to be considered day traders. Day traders, swing traders, your average trader, doesn't really matter. Is that psychology, the study of your behavior and your mindset, is being controlled by some groups. Now, I don't want to put on my tinfoil hat here, but the point of the matter is that you need to understand when the market is low, that is when you buy. When the market is high, that is when you sell, especially if you're doing swing trading or you're doing day trading. Now, some of us, like myself, I put some of my stocks, some of my ETFs on automatic recurring allotment, meaning that regardless of the volatility of the market, I'm going to continue to invest in these funds and these stocks no matter what's going on. And in some cases, this is best for a lot of you people, because guess what? Some of you are watching the news, stock news, on your phone, on your TV at work, whatever the case may be, and it's controlling how you trade. It's controlling how you invest. This is investing psychology, doomed to make you do something that you would normally do with the information and how it's given. What do I mean? Investing psychology. If someone would tell you that your child fell outside, like, hey, Jeremy, he fell outside. Whoa, what happened? No, he's fine. He just got a little scrape on his knee. Oh, like a little boy scrape. Yeah. But if someone would have came to you all frantic, like, hey, Jeremy fell outside. Oh, he scraped his knee. And it's like, oh, what's the problem? They get all into your emotion. And this is what the stock market does to you, because they understand psychology. They understand psychology is the study of the mind and behavior. They know that certain triggers will have you to react in a certain way and form. So it's important to get you off your stool. It's important to get you off your bench. So I want you, first and foremost, before we get into the stock talk, to understand investing psychology. Good morning, Jermaine Anderson. Nice to see you here today, brother. But this is the point I'm trying to make, because I know a lot of times people come to me for their stock picks. People come from me for their stock information. But I think it's very important to note that just because the market has been very, very volatile at this moment, in crypto, especially Bitcoin, has always been volatile, it's important for you to have a mindset of a long-term investor, meaning that you should continue to invest no matter what the market is doing, because the market and the news around it can absolutely you have going crazy. And this is the reason why a lot of people lost money during the 2008, 2009 stock market correction. I mean, that's what it was. It was a large stock market correction, in some forms of a stock market crash. And a lot of you sold a lot of your shares of your stocks, and you did not let it, okay, you did not let it rebound. You did not let it regain in value. Like myself, I sold Citi. I bought Citi at around $4 a share, okay, CITI, about $4 a share. It dropped down to $1 and I sold it. So I lost $3 a share, and now Citi is over what, $60, $70 per share. See, this is how, you know, some people like, oh, I've been investing since I was 20, and now they're in their 50s, early 60s, and they're millionaires. It's because they didn't let investing psychology affect them in a negative manner. See, I want you to understand the mind and how it comes and how they study your behavior depending on the pertinent news that they give you. Okay. And this comes in all forms. It comes from mass media, stock news, business news. It comes from even your friends who read the same things. Okay. Now, with that being said, let's get into the discussion, because right now my portfolio is all over the place, right? My portfolio is all over the place. So right now in the post market, I went up I went up $1,100, okay? Around 4% of my portfolio. I went up $1,100. $1,100. And there's some stocks I want you guys to be very, very aware of. I want you guys to kind of keep very close in your watch list. One of those particular stocks is Oracle. Oracle over the past year has been up around 46%, and they've been steadily growing pretty well here the past 3 months. They've been up 12.3 or 12.4 rather. They've been down in the past month, which all stocks have been down a -2. Okay. The past week, 2% as well. And then today they're down. But this is the time to buy Oracle. Oracle is a very old company who's been doing a lot of great things. And if you guys haven't noticed, Oracle is no longer located in California. They quite recently moved to Austin, Texas, as well as Tesla. Okay. And I believe they have them that they moved there in 2019, 2020. So they've been there almost 2 years. Okay. So if you guys are not familiar with Oracle, please be familiar with Oracle and understand that you can absolutely make money off of Oracle. The next one is Snapchat. See, Snapchat has been one of those stocks of social media that you really don't hear people talking about anymore, right? You really don't. It's most Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. You might hear people talk about Clubhouse, but you're not really hearing about Snapchat. Let me show you something here. Let me show you why you may not be using Snapchat, but you should invest in Snapchat. Okay. So I just want to show you the past 5 years. Snapchat has been up 212% the past year. They've been up 185%. Past 3 months, 9.3%. Past month, down 1.6. Past week, down 5. And today, they've been up around 4% if you talk about the pre-market. So the reason why Snapchat is doing so well, because they have all sorts of partnerships that they're engaging with partners from around the world. Okay, right here is depicting and showing that Snapchat strikes deal with French TV group, Snapchat, M6 to air extract from later programs. French TV group, M6 partners with Snapchat. It's all over the news. And it also states here why Snap stock is trading higher today. Now, the important thing here, family, is when a stock is trending high or trading high, unfortunately, this is not the time to get in on that stock. Now, I do have a term. Okay. Now, I'm coining this term. I never heard anyone say this term. Um, if I have, it was probably subconsciously, but riding the wave. I've ridden the wave and I've made money. I rode the wave when it came to, I believe, AMC or GameStop. I think it was ticking up. I rode the wave. I made about $400 and I got out of it. Okay. I rode the wave when it came to Dogecoin. Dogecoin was exploding. I bought in. I made about $300 and I got off the train. Okay. I call it riding the wave, so to speak. But right now, again, 22 hours ago, it's trading high because of this partnership with the TV French organization. Okay. And listen to this. Look at what the analysts, 41 analysts of Robinhood is saying, family. They're saying buy at 71%, hold at 26, and sell at 2.4. I mean, this is under 5%. This is remarkable because guess what? No one's talking about Snapchat, but somehow this stock is doing very, very well. And it's not even being popularized like a lot of these other stocks like NEO and Tesla, Oracle, all these ones that you even hear me talk about, AMC, GameStop, just to name a few. All right. These are ever so present in our mind about investing. But Snapchat has kind of fell by the wayside, but they're making major money moves. Now let's read what the bulls are saying. This is important, family. Snap's hold on your younger users may provide significant value to advertisers seeking to target a younger demographic. Aggressive investments in innovation, which also brought about Snap's spectacles, may expand the firm's ecosystem, diversify its revenue sources, and make the company profitable earlier than expected. They're already profitable, but they're talking about even more profitability. With unique multimedia app features focused on further differentiation, Snap may take social media market share from Twitter and Facebook. Okay, can I blow that up? This says that Snap may take social media market share from Twitter and Facebook. Why is that important when you start stealing market share from some of the conglomerates? Now, first and foremost, family, I think I said this yesterday evening when I was on Clubhouse, is that Facebook is getting so bogged down. That doesn't mean that it won't be profitable, but I still use Facebook, but not in the same capacity as I once did, because it's a lot going on Facebook. And even from this very inception, when Facebook came about, of the walls, it's gotten more congested. It's so much stuff on Facebook that you can do. Some people love it, some people hate it, right? And me, I'm kind of like in the middle. I'm like, there's a lot going on, but Snapchat is a lot cleaner platform, okay? Now, granted, when we're talking about stocks, and I probably did you guys a great injustice in not letting you know, right? Let me go to Robinhood. Let me go to Robinhood very quickly, because I think it's imperative that you understand this. I think it's very important that you understand this. When you guys are looking at a stock, the one thing that I have foregone in showing you guys is, how do I know, or how do I predict, looking at statistics and analytics, not the historical or news data, that I believe how the stock is going to trend throughout the day based upon some of its analytics and statistics? Well, on Robinhood, there's a button right there called expand, right? That really shows you level 2 data, right? You go right here, you see the squiggly line that kind of shows you. It's very easy. Okay, this is very easy that I show you guys throughout the day, because it kind of gives you just a quick pick, a snapshot of how the stock is doing. But if you really want to dive deeper, right? Some of you guys, you want to be well-informed investors. You want to be more intelligent about the way you go about investing in certain stocks, and not just what the news is saying. News is only part of it, okay? News is a huge part of it, but it's only part of it. The people who are really making good returns, they go to level 2 and level 3 data when it comes to investing, right? That MA, they're talking about the movement average, okay? The volume of stock, and you can follow this throughout the day. Now, this is the week, right? I have this shown right here, the week, but you can see how the stock has been moving over the course, and you're looking at the trending analysis of a stock. Okay, you're looking at the trending analysis of a stock. Now you see at the bottom, it's showing you the volume. Right here at the bottom, where I'm kind of scrolling across, it's showing you the volume, how it's been fluctuating throughout the week. Now, if I click off volume, you don't see that anymore. Okay. Now, this is what they call the candlesticks. And this is the analysis that you're looking at the position of green and red on a particular stick. Okay, I'm trying to make this very, very simple for you guys so you can understand how I'm looking at things. Green is good, meaning the stock is going up. Red is bad, however you look at it. Or red is the opportunity for you to buy in low, and green is for you to pause and hold what you got. You can look at this very, very in different ways and manners, right? Because it's like green, the stock is going up. Should I buy a stock that's going up? Why buy more? And I can wait till the stock comes back down. Because as we look at trending analysis, stocks will go up and stocks will go down. Okay. I tend not to try to buy stocks anymore as I see them trending up. I wait till they settle and then I wait till they drop again. But trending analysis will help you. Now, sometimes looking at the week is not a good enough analysis for you to look at. Sometimes you have to go a month out, even 3 months out. This is important. So as I'm looking at Snapchat here, I'm looking at right here that essentially it boomed and then it dropped significantly and it continued to drop and now it's selling out. But right here would have been a great indicator, because guess what? If you're looking at the position of the red on the stick, it is never in the week's time frame dropped this low. Now, to go deeper, you do a month. This gives you a better depiction of, well, September is not a good month, really. I would tell you that September has historically been bad for a lot of stocks. But you can look how the stock has been going up and down, and you can kind of do a ratio when you should buy in. Now, some things are unpredictable, okay? Some things are unpredictable here. No one knew that this would want to continue to trend upwards, settle, and then continue to go up and do a sharp decline. No one knew that. No one knew that, right? And that is the basic level 2 data that Robinhood offers. Now, WeBull, they have a lot more things going on. The platform offers a lot. I really don't have any negative thing to say about WeBull. They have a lot of analytical tools on that platform that I think you guys should use. We're talking about investing, we're talking about stock talks, and we're talking about investing psychology. Al House says, I appreciate today's content education. Well, thank you, Al. I appreciate that, brother. Now, let me show you one of the other platforms I really haven't shown. I showed this on one of my videos like almost a year ago. One of the platforms I use, and they have essentially 2 platforms, or more than one platform, but different entities, okay? So now, this is Think or Swim by Ameritrade. This is what most day traders, swing traders, and those who dive deep into stocks use. Now, I know it's a lot going on here. And for the example, I'm using Oracle, okay? You can add this to your watch list from here, and you can actually give your watch list certain names. Like I can name this, let's see, tech. And I'm all doing this live, so you see how very easy it is. Now, from right to left, under the account summary here, let me see if I can blow this up just a little bit more. There we go. You have live trading and paper money. Paper money is part of this platform for you to practice on how to trade, for you to practice with fake money so you can learn how to start trading. Yeah. Use fake money while you're learning how to invest instead of real money. Some people are literally using their real money learning how to trade. Now, if you want to get into the stock market, I would say to start off investing in index and ETF funds. Set them and forget it, and use platforms like this in order for you to learn how to trade. And then you can trade actually using this platform. But let me show you some of the things that this provides. Now, you have the paper money where you can practice, and you have live trading. Right now, I have it on live trading. This is a platform I really use to trade a stock called ABML. ABML. It's one of those stocks that day traders use to pretty much make their daily salaries because of the volatility of that one stock. Okay. Now, if we look here from at the top here, it says the market is about to open in 40 minutes. You see that right here where my cursor is? And then you have all of these other windows here, education, notifications, blah, blah, blah. Then you have the current stock that we're talking about. Okay. And then you go into volume, and then you get into the Greeks with beta. You have the EPS with earning per share at 4.69, which is very good, meaning they're a profitable company. It tells you the average volume that they essentially hold. That's around 10 million. Okay. A little bit of 10.4 million. The yield when it comes to the dividends at 1.47. Okay. Let's see here. What else do they show? Oracle trades. They're showing all different positions. Working. Nothing is going on right now, right? And then it also gives you your candlesticks. Okay. It gives you your relative strength index, and then how you can go about using this for historical and statistical data live. Again, if you see here, it says level 2. This is what you call your level 2 data. Then you can scroll down, and then it has the news. It says notable Oracle insider trades, 23.01 million in company stock. Let's change the ticker to SNAP, because that's one of the ones we use as well. And I just want you to focus on the news here. Okay. And it says why this analyst sees 19% upside in SNAP. All of this is in one platform. See, that's what I'm talking about. You can go to one platform and it's kind of have everything you essentially need in one, right? If you go to the bottom left over here, I'm over here, ladies and gentlemen, it even gives you the market change, the volume, the bid, the ads, okay? The 52 low, that's of course the stock price over the year, and then the 52 high. Right now, Snapchat is at $74.80, but the 52 high, it actually rolled to $92.27. So as we look at this level 2 data, don't just look at this as a bunch of squiggly line. This is money. This is how a lot of people, you just go, and the more you stare at it, you ever was in high school or college, and your teacher, your professor gave you a picture, and they say, hey, let me put this off screen. It say, hey, look at this right here. This picture right here. And you start, tell me what you see. And some people will see a man sitting on a chair, right? And then other people will see that someone is actually swimming in water. That is what you have to essentially do. The mind shows you essentially at first what it wants you to see, but then you have to dig a little deeper and get outside your mind and start to saying that this is actual money and you need to understand this. Let me dive a little bit deeper. Now, with that being said, I'm going to show you the other platform that I use that is still by Thinkorswim. Now, that was the web platform. The one I'm about to show you is the desktop platform. Very important. This is the desktop platform, which I absolutely love, but it is a lot going on. Now, of course, you can move it however you want to move it. You can, resize it. And again, this is important because we're all talking about what you can do to show how they have put everything in one platform. And this is what I love here. Now I'm going top to bottom. You see my account number there. Trades. You can go into different markets just by clicking the trade, and they're talking about futures over here. Okay, active only. You also have analyze with different industries. I mean, it's so much information in this one app that is absolutely phenomenal, right? Market watch. We can do that. Let's see here. Let's do financial rates. You can even do financial rates, US and HKD. That's Chinese dollars, Hong Kong dollars. You got the British pound, because British pound ticker is GPB, and that's Japan, JPY. This is financial rates across the world. This is all in one particular app. This is Thinkorswim, and we're talking about investing psychology. And what I love right here, you see the guys on TV, and I can play it for you. They got the sound and everything.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
And while they're talking, I can go ahead and go to charts.
I'll turn on the
I
lights.
can look at certain stocks.
Where's Carlos Watson?
All right. And then you can go to certain newscasts. Now I got CNBC US. Then you got CNBC Europe, depending on what market you're actually trading in, or you can go to the TD Ameritrade. Now that doesn't become hot until the market is actually, until the market is live. So for the most part, I keep it on. Oh, they're actually live right now. Let me show you. They're actually live right now because sometimes they go off. Let's see what he's saying.
Relationship to, and in general, the S&P is just a little bit more diversified than the NASDAQ. So if I were really going to kind of simplify this, why would I choose to be long one versus the other? Would be to look at potentially what is my opinion or speculation on tech versus the overall market. If I expected tech outperformance, I would probably.
All right, you're going to see a bunch of people talk about money. That's what you're going to talk about. People are just talking about money on money on money on money, and I want you guys to understand what these guys are absolutely using. Now, at the bottom here, you see the RSI up here, right? And you can find this. You can actually go along with this stock here, right? And then you got the volume, how the volume has moved throughout the day, right? You saw it here at 11 o'clock. You see that it shot all the way up there. People bought a large amount of stocks. Now, this is about, and again, I'm not giving it really, this is the soybean meal futures. We're looking at the future markets. Then you have tools within this app as well. Sometimes it takes a while to load. Okay, I'm just going to move on. It takes a while. Then education. There's no reason why you guys should not be well-informed investors, okay? Because they have free classes for you on here. Like I was taking this stocks technical analysis, and they say I'm 2% complete, right? And then it says learn how to identify trends, support and resistance, and price patterns, as well as how to spot potential buy and sell signals. This is what you need, family. This is what you need. Go and download Think or Swim, and they have free classes, and they're basically telling you stocks technical analysis course. We're going to actually teach you free 4 hours. You watch TV for 4 hours, or you watch a movie and a half, but this can teach you how to earn that money, how to make that money. Learn how to identify trends, support, and resistance, and price patterns, and all these other things, right? Some of these things I just put on here, and it says how to trade options for beginners and cover calls. A lot of you want to get into option trading. And this is why I really haven't got in depth in option trading, because a lot of these people already made it. Could I make it a little more simpler? Possibly, but these things are easy. This is a 45-minute video. You guys watch all types of things for 45 minutes, but this is going to teach you how to earn money very, very quickly, like option trading. I was on this Clubhouse group yesterday, and they're talking about market watch, right? There's watching a lot of stocks throughout the market, and a lot of them do option trading. And I tell you that day traders and swing traders, they use option tradings to feed their family, right? Because option tradings, they will essentially put in a lot of options, right? Long-term and short-term options that are very volatile, and some are very safe, meaning that as the Greeks would tell them, the theta as well as the rho, due to time decay, that this is the time right before it becomes out of the money that I should sell, even though that the stock is profitable. Then a lot of other stocks that take time to actually build momentum, they buy long-term options. Well, right here on Think or Swim, they actually have how to trade options for beginners. And what people always say, Ross, do you cover your calls? Sometimes. You know, you have to actually write option contracts to cover your calls of the same option that you have shares in. Does that make sense? It's buying a car with insurance. Boom, there it is. Buying a car with insurance. Instead of just buying a car and trying to sell it, you might crash it. Then it says how to buy stocks in 4 steps for beginners. Okay, I'm just showing you some of the things that they have listed on here, but there's so much information on here, family, that I just think that is a good thing that you guys can come over here and absolutely use this. Okay, let's see. We're gonna go back to monitor. Here's one of the stocks that I monitor. It says okay to trade. Let me go back. Sometimes I even get lost on here. Let me see here. You can go to certain topics in here. look at certain tickers. Look at this. It's all over the place. There's so much information. You can go to your risk profile if you have a certain risk preference, probability analysis, economic data about population. Look, population, employment, and labor markets, money, banking, and finance, prices. And then you can go and like take, for instance, population. Let's do that one, right? It's going to tell you population. It says population level women, and they're going to have total family households. It then show you trending analysis for that as well. This is absolute madness, right? This is absolute madness. National population. They're showing you all of this, family. They're showing you all of this. I'm just going to go back here, think back. They have all of these. And once you navigate through this for a certain period of time, you will start to understand it, okay? You will start to understand it. But there's a lot going on, but I had to show you this because it's just so much information. But once you get a hold of it, once you start to understand it, you will understand that this could be very good for you guys who want to deep dive better into investments, okay? All right. I'm going to cancel out of this, free up some CPU usage. And then we're going to go back over to the desktop version, which is a little cleaner in my opinion. And again, this is level 2 data that, you know, you can actually stretch out and look at over the course of time. You have your volume down here, how it has changed. We're looking at the week. The market will go live in 28 minutes as it tells you here. Let's click education very quickly. It popped up in another thing here. It says introduction to Thinkorswim. And they will actually help you to understand it, okay? They will actually help you to understand how to use Thinkorswim. So again, there's really no excuse, family, of you not using level 2 and level 3 data in order to be a more educated and well-informed investor using trending analysis as well as prediction models in order for you guys to make that money, all right? Now, and again, I'm gonna go over to my portfolio because I'm pretty sure it's tanking right now because it's all based upon Bitcoin, right? Let me show you something. Bitcoin was at 47,000 before I checked it. Look at it now. It was at 47,700. Okay, and as you tell, my portfolio has what, roughly about 10 grand in Bitcoin. Now, if I were to sell some of my Bitcoin, right? Let me go to Bitcoin. I just came from Bitcoin, right? Now I have 11 grand in Bitcoin, right? Your average cost was 41,000. Now, the only way for me to really make some money, and I'm gonna show you the week here of Bitcoin. I should have sold my Bitcoin here, or rather bought more Bitcoin, right? Or even here, because my average is 41.8. So if I would have sold here at 4,100 roughly and bought between this time frame before it started to go past, my average cost would have stayed the same or decreased, and I would have gained more Bitcoin. But since Bitcoin is at 47, I might as well just hold on to my Bitcoin, which is 40% of my total portfolio here on Robinhood. I'm only up 13%, right? And I could have shaved off a little bit money because, good, again, the top at 6 a.m. today, Bitcoin was up 15% at 47.4. Let's see right here. It has some information here, family. You're out of a 602,000, 100,000 on the crypto wallets wait list. Move up the list. Okay, yeah, whatever. Let me go back. There's some other options in Robinhood I don't know if you guys are familiar with, and I'm really trying to show you guys. Where is it at? Here we go. This is pretty good. I like how it has where your money is. It's showing you on Robinhood essentially where your money is, right? This is in the investing tab. If you guys saw, I went to rewards and then it gets me here to investing, transfers, recurring statements. And I'm going to show you how I have some things or recurring investments. And you guys are going to think, oh, you must got a lot of money reinvesting on itself. No, I don't. You're going to see. It's not that much. So 56% of my portfolio is stocks and options. 43% of my portfolio is cryptocurrencies. And then I only have $50 in cash because I'm waiting for my recurring investments to execute. Transfers. Okay, let me not show you that information. Now, we're talking about my recurring investments, okay? And we see here 3D printing ETFs recurring by $25. Tesla, recurring by $25. Fidelity ETF, $25. Power Shares, $25. Vanguard Health ETF, $25. You see all the different markets I'm investing in? Vanguard Telecommunications, $25. Vanguard Total Stock Market ETF, recurring by $25. If you notice what you see, other than Tesla, all of these are some form of ETFs. Now, another one that I want to put on notice is Apple. I think that you guys should have Apple on recurring investment. And look, if you go here to the recurring tab, right, rewards is a good way to get here. Not rewards. What I do again? Portfolio. Was it portfolio? I always mess this up. Nope. Sorry, family. I always mess this up. You go to account. My apologies. You go to account and you go to investing, or you can go to recurring. Okay. So you go to recurring. Sorry about that, but you go to account. And I'm going to create one for Apple right now. Apple is what? AAPL. Right here, AAPL. And then I wanted to start on the first. The amount, $25. It says frequency every week. I want mine to go every month on the first. Buying power, right? Or it can even go to your checking account. Okay. It can even go to your checking account. So a lot of times you guys are not going to keep money in your buying power. So I'm just going to do this one for checking account. Okay. Review. Boom. Submit. There it is. Now I'm going to go back to my portfolio. I'm going to go scroll down here. Where's Apple? I only have 11 shares of Apple, but then it also says Apple recurring buy. It tells me right here, $25 per month, 9% return here, total return at $139, 140 bucks. And that's it. That's it, family. It showed that I set up a recurring Apple investment right here. And again, so I can show you guys, if you want to go on Robinhood and start recurring investments, you go to account, you go to recurring. Okay. You can also see all the other recurring investments that you have. Okay. They've also made a split for cryptocurrencies, which I do not recurring invest on. And you can come down to the bottom and create a recurring investment. You can put in something like, I don't know, NEO if you want. You put in NEO, you put in the amount, you put when you want it to start. The frequency can be every day, every week, every 2 weeks, or every month. I usually do every month. You can either do your buying power or your checking account. Okay. And then you can also have a backup account, right? So if it's not in your buying power, right, you can put in your checking account like that and then review it and execute it. So I think that's important to note, that a lot of times people think that people are just going in here thousands and hundreds of dollars, which I do sometimes. Well, a lot of my accumulation of stocks is based upon my recurring investments that I have on different platforms, right? I have a recurring investment in Wealthfront. Okay. It's maybe only $100. I have a recurring investment in Fundrise when we're talking about REITs, which I may stop since I'm trying to really get into buying more real estate, like physical land myself, and not helping somebody else buy their land. That don't make any sense. But anyway, this is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. Now, hopefully you guys share this video with friends and family, because I went over a lot of information about investing psychology as well as the platforms that I use. So I want you guys to really share this video, give this video a like, okay? Give this video a like and really share it. Because I think a lot of times people who are investing, they're not understanding the psychology behind it. as well as the platforms that a lot of people may not show you. I always show you Robinhood, but I'm really using a lot of analytics and trading analysis from the news, Think or Swim, and even WeBull has a really good platform. This is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. I'm out.